Hello friends, these days the usage of such applications like Microsoft Teams, Cisco WebEx, or Zoom and Google Meet and all becoming very popular because of the circumstances. The world is moving towards more into virtualized offices, virtualized classes, and even the family gatherings to an extent. So now it is highly important that you need to understand these tools well in order to manage it well and get things done rightly. Today, in this video, I'll be speaking more about the Microsoft Teams, the app bar, the pinned app bar, what you have seen in the left side of the Microsoft Teams application on the desktop, and usually it will be at the bottom on the mobile application. I am Praveen, and now let's get started with it. Today in this video, I'll be more speaking about what is available as a default to Microsoft Teams on the left app bar or a pinned app bar. So we have activity, we have chat, we have Teams, we have calendar, calls, files, and the last one which is showing on my application is a planner which I manually pinned it, which means you can customize along with what is available default. So now let's begin with the activity. Activity tab is nothing but the feeds about all updates which is happening inside Microsoft Teams, which is related or directly related with you. Somebody likes your comment, somebody responded to you, somebody pinned you while responding to any comment, something like that. So the next tab is the chat tab. Chat is the important functionality of Microsoft Teams like any other such applications. Basically, Microsoft Teams is built as a chat-based workspace or learn space. So you can directly chat with the person which is in your organization or in your school, or even you can speak with or chat with somebody who's external to you if you set it up right. So we will get into more details how can you chat with an external person in a later video. Now I am chatting with Ivania Lin. It's also part of the organization, and you can see that she was away a while ago. Now she's active. So now while I was chatting, I decided that let me call her to discuss more about the subject that we are chatting. So it initiated the call, and if she's available, she now picked up the call, and we now started speaking about it. Now if you want to enable video, you can click on the video button which is showing right on the bottom of it, and while you were in call, you realize that you need to look at some other chat or some other information which is available in Teams to discuss more further. So to minimize the chat into a small corner, the left top corner, you can click on any of the pinned app in the app bar, and it will automatically minimize the active calls to the left top corner of the Microsoft Teams application. This becomes very useful when you want to chat with another person while you are in a call with somebody. While in the discussion, I decided to share my Outlook to show her some of the email that I have received. And even during the discussion, I can give a control to the other party if they want to make some changes directly by clicking give permission to Ivania, or if she requests for a permission, she can request a permission from their side as well. Now you can see that she has requested to allow control, so I click on allow. Now she will have control on my desktop as well. Now how do you know that who is controlling the screen? Well, you can see there is a PB and there is an EL. EL means Ivania Lin, who's controlling it now, and PB, my mouse cursor is at the center of the screen, but Ivania is actually managing my desktop. And the beauty is you are only allowing control on the Outlook application itself. It will not give a control on the other application which is opened on the same desktop. So this feature is called sharing only the required application to the other party, not by disturbing the other application on the desktop. And you can also stop the control of the other party by stopping it, and you can stop the presentation or the sharing by clicking the stop button in the bottom of the chat window. Now the next important point is, what if we want to support somebody else? They can also do the same. Let's see how we feel when somebody else share their screen. So now I have asked Ivania to share her desktop, and she is now sharing. Now she shared her desktop and I can see the whole desktop. She hasn't shared an application as such, she shared the whole desktop. So now I have requested for a control. Now she's accepted it. As you can see, now I am managing the whole desktop of Ivania. So now when actually sharing the whole desktop, it does not mean that they get the whole access and as an administrator of the other machine, and most of the administrative access are restricted through Teams desktop sharing. This is just for your information. I can actually control the application when it is completely shared as a desktop, not as an application. Previously I have shared only my Outlook, but now Ivania shared the whole desktop of her in order for me to work on something. I think that's more than enough for the chat pinned app explanation for now. There are more in terms of chat functionality. I will create another video only for chat at a later stage. Now let's get into the Teams application pinned to the app bar. Microsoft Teams, as the name says, it is a Teams application, which means you can create a team. All your colleagues, your teachers, I would say if it is used by a teacher, they'll have the students and so on. So let's create a team and know what a team can do. This is the area that you need to use it very wisely, and you can make wonders by doing Teams creation. It is more than a group chat, it is more than anything else. So let's get started. Click create a team, build a team from scratch, and then I have chosen to create a private team. There are two types of team. One is private, the other one is public. Public means anybody can join the team. Private means only the people who you actually as an owner adds to the team can interact within the team. So I'm adding a person to the team that I created. I added Ivania. Click on add, and when you add, by default the member will be, when you add a person, it will be a member. You can actually choose to change it as owner, which means you can have more than one owner for a team, and they can do all administrative or higher privilege tasks for a team. If you click on manage team, now you can see that you or I myself, Praveen Balan, is an owner and Ivania is a team member. There are more with the team. So today in this video we will be speaking only about teams and channels. Channels called the subcategory under the team, which is general, is a channel which gets created with every team. So usually you will start conversation within channels, not in the top level team. So you can create a number of channels within a team for different purposes, and each channel will have its own conversation, and the general channel is for the general conversation part of the team. That's the concept. Now you would have noticed that when I created just a normal chat, it came out as a conversation. Now somebody can respond to that message that I put in by clicking reply. So it creates a more interactive chat. Now I would say it's more interactive chat by maintaining a thread within the chat itself. So which means we can relate the chat with the other party by threads, which is not available in the normal chat application. Now I can respond, and when Ivania responded, she pinned me. So how somebody can pin other people, this is also available in chat, You just type @ as you do it in the WhatsApp and select the person who is part of the team. You can only pin or a person who's part of the main team that we created. Now in this team it's only Ivania and me, so you can only pin these two people. So if you add more people into the team, you can actually pin persons who are all part of the same team. It is also important to note that the feed tab now when somebody is pinning us, it is also available in the activity feed tab. Now let's try to create a channel. So there's a new feature which is introduced in the April 2020, is that you have privacy settings within the channel. When you create a channel under a team, so you have privacy called standard, which means all the team members in the main team can access the channel, and you also have a privacy type called private. When you actually choose the privacy as private, only the members who are specifically added to the channel can have access to the channel. The others cannot even see the channel. And when you create standard, everybody in the main team can access the channel and content in it. So usually this becomes useful if you want to create a subset of the team for a specific purpose and keep those conversation confidential from the others. Let's click next. It's adding a channel as a private, so you can see the difference. Now it is asking add the members to the confidential channel. So I'm adding Ivania, the only person in my team at this stage. You will have like hundreds of other members. You can choose the subset from it and click on add, and then she will have the access to the confidential. And you can also see that there's a lock icon in the channel that we created just now. Just to give you a difference, like I'm adding another person, Praveen, the global admin, into it, the main team, and in the private channel, I haven't added global admin. So in private channel, I will be the owner and Ivania will be the member. If you go back to the main team and see the members, you will see a third person in the group, which is the global admin. So this is the difference. Confidential, only myself and Ivania has the permission, and in the general, me, Ivania and the Praveen global admin account has the privilege to see what is happening. So that is the difference between standard and private channel. This will become useful if you want to segregate or create a sub team with the confidential information or a separate set of information. Now we've seen a lot of information about teams and channels and the difference in privacy and all. So now let's get into calendar. Calendar is another area which actually talks about scheduled meetings. So now there are two options, either meet now straight away or schedule a meeting. So now when you click on meet now, which means you're actually creating a meeting right now and asking somebody to join to the meeting. So let's initiate a meeting, and it'll actually create a virtual meeting space, and now you can choose the people who want to be part of the meeting. Type the person from the address book and it will initiate a call. Now she is offline, so she is not available to call. So I'm just making her a call to make sure that she is available for a call, just to test it. And I'm trying again. Now she's available. She will join to the conference now, or some meet now. Short notice, people may not be available at times. So this is the same concept. You're just trying to call them directly. And it's a meet now, so you can add more people to it from the People's tab and start conversation. This is one way of doing it. Now the next option is scheduling a meeting. If you click on new meeting, similarly what you do in Outlook, this is integrated now with Teams. You can type a subject, you can add members who want it, and you can schedule the time when you want to set it. And then if you want to attach it to a specific channel, which we've created in the last team section, you can do that as well. A location if you want to choose, or otherwise it's a virtual room. Then test and then click send. Now this is available in my calendar for the 20th of May 2020. The new meeting is nothing but the schedule meeting, and Ivania will receive a notification about a new meeting. Now if you can see the tracking, Praveen Balan is organizer and Ivania status is unknown whether she has accepted it or not. I will ask her to accept, and let's get back and see the status again. Now I've asked her to accept and she accepted. Now the tracking shows that these people are available at those specified time. We can join the meeting on 20th. The next option is live event. It is a big area which not many people will be using it on a regular time. So this is similar like you go on Facebook Live, you go on YouTube Live. Similar, you can create a live event and wherein you will be the presenter with a set of other presenters if you have chosen, and then you are streaming live to a lot set of attendees. It is not restricted to 250 as in Microsoft Teams call. It can currently support up to 10,000 attendees if you go on live. So the interaction will be one way. I would say it's a presenter and an audience, and you can interact with the audience only by question and answer. If you choose, the attendees can ask questions when you set up a live event. More about live event will be shared in a different video. So this is for you to know what you can do it in the calendar tab. It is basically a scheduled event place. You can actually join, create events, create schedule meetings, and so on. I know that I'm going a lot of information in a single video, but the information that I shared is very short, I would say. Now let's get back to the calls pinned app in the app bar. So there are speed dial, contacts, history, and the voicemail. And I think we spoke about voicemail in another video sometime back. Now let's see the history. I can see that I have only called Ivania because she's the only one who's in my team. Now, what if I want to add her as a contact? So click add contacts and she will be added to the contacts. So this is the history of calls. History of calls means all the calls that you received and you sent, and in the contacts only the people who you added manually. And what if I want to add her into speed dial? So I can right click and add speed dial. It is nothing but a favorite kind of a concept. And if you go back to the speed dial, you'll see that the person is available in speed dial. So you can click on call straight away and it is much faster. So it's more an interactive way of doing things faster, and that's more about calls. And I don't think we need to spend a lot of time here. So now let's get into the files. Now I have shared a file, a photo of Ivania onto the chat. Now we share a lot of files in multiple chat with different people, and each chat has its own file tab. Whatever files that we shared in a chat will be available in the files tab of that chat. As and when you go more days, you will have difficulties tracking by scrolling up and down. So you can go to the files, you can see all the files that you shared on a single chat. If you can go to files tab, it is a consolidated view of all the chats, teams, and channels, and you can interact with the attachments, files, whatever you shared in multiple channels, chat, and teams. And if you downloaded some files from any of the chat or teams, that will be available under the download tab of files, or download subsection of the files. So let me download a file and show you. Important, it's already downloaded. Now let's get back to the files tab, and you see the downloads. You can see that the files is downloaded. I clicked twice, so it downloaded twice. If you right click and show the path, or just click on the path, it will show where it is downloaded. So this is all about Files tab. And the next one, which you can see it in my Microsoft Teams, may not be available for you because I have customized the app bar by pinning the planner. So this is all about the app bar default pin application: activity, chat, Teams, calendar, calls, and files. I assume the video was informative, and it will definitely give you a good start for the Teams experience you're going to have it in your future. Thank you for watching. Subscribe for more videos and share your comments. I am Praveen Balan, signing off. Bye bye.